Hello, ladies. I hope you are off to a great start today and are enjoying your Shakeology experience so far. Excuse me, I am a little bit froggy this morning. I'm either getting the cold that my girls had last week or I'm struggling with some allergy stuff. So I apologize for the froggy voice, but I wanted to hop on here and share my Shakeology story. Everyone that comes across Shakeology and turns into a daily Shakeology drinker and a lover of Shakeology has a different journey. And so Tiffany and Aaron and I wanted to share our own personal experience with how we got started with it, why we tried it in the first place, and what it's done for us and our health. So that it gives you just some idea of what it could possibly do for you. Okay, so a lot of people that start on Shakeology are using it as part of their weight loss journey. I would say the majority of people are. My experience with it is a little bit different because I had already achieved my weight loss goal before I had been introduced to Shakeology. So I have 3 young kids. I had a lot of trouble with my pregnancies. I was on bed rest with both of my girls. Lost a couple babies in the process, but with my very last one, I was on bed rest for about 6.5 months of that pregnancy with her. So when I had her, all of a sudden I had lost, kind of had to take a break from my career because of all that, and all of a sudden I was home with 3 young kids. I had been laying in bed for 6 months. I was 30 pounds overweight. Had no muscle, no strength, and I was winded just going up a flight of stairs. So that's kind of where my journey started. But I worked over time with my nutrition and teaching myself how to run, and I lost all that weight. But I was still really weak, and I didn't have any muscle, and so I knew I needed strength training. And when I started looking into that and trying some different options, I was in an online group with moms that were trying to get their bodies back after babies. And that's how I was introduced to Beachbody fitness programs. I started out with a program called Shakeology Extreme, and my whole goal was just to build some strength because I had always been weak. I had little tiny scrawny arms, and I just thought, like, I'm always going to be weak. But that's the program that taught me how to lift weights and strength train, and it totally changed my life. Throughout that process of meeting some other moms that were doing strength training, I kept hearing, you need to have more protein. You need to have more protein if you want to build muscle. And I have never, since I was a child, I have never been a meat lover. It was always a struggle for me. My whole family eats meat. I hated it when I was little. I would gag through different meals. I just have never been a huge meat fan. So when I kept hearing you need more protein, you know, it was a struggle for me. And so I started experimenting with some protein shakes at the Vitamin Shop or GNC, one of those kind of stores. And just picking things off the shelf based on the flavor of what I thought was good. And I found 2 things. One, when I started getting into eating cleaner and reading labels, I started reading the labels, and there was a lot of stuff I had no idea what it was. I couldn't pronounce it. It was chemical looking names, and I just had that kind of nagging thought in my mind of, like, what's in this? And yeah, I might be getting more protein, but, like, what else am I putting in my body with this? But I was so focused on my goal of building strength that I was drinking these things. And I was noticing, after time, that I was having some really awful digestive issues. I was having really awful gas that I'd never had before. And all of a sudden one day I kind of put 2 and 2 together that it only happened on the days I was drinking those shakes. So started doing some research. My background is engineering, so I'm a big researcher and analytical thinker. Started thinking, okay, it's the whey protein that's bothering me. So I started experimenting with some plant-based protein powders, which, one, the big jug of those things are really expensive, and you buy it and they tasted awful. Everyone I tried tasted awful, and I'm like, there's no way I can drink this. So I was frustrated. I didn't know how I was going to increase my protein without having all this meat that I didn't really care for, or eggs all the time. And throughout my journey with just the Beachbody fitness programs, which I had come to love, I had met some Beachbody coaches online. And so in following their journey, I kept hearing them talk about Shakeology. I just thought it was another protein shake. When I looked into it, I thought it was really expensive. But after time, I kept thinking, wow, I really respect these ladies, and they seem to have it together. And they are spending the money on this shake every month. Like, there must be something to it. So one of those coaches ran a 1-week group like this. And, you know, I just thought to myself, I need to change something. And so I committed. I was, I don't want to say daily, but I was addicted to Starbucks. There was a Starbucks drive-thru right next to my children's preschool. And as a mom of 3 kids, all of a sudden home with them, when I had been a career girl for so long, I was tired all the time. I was stopping at Starbucks. Typical morning is I drop the kids off or get my oldest to preschool, whatever, and I'd drive through the drive-thru and I'd get mocha, grande mocha, something delicious and chocolatey, and a muffin or something like that, and that's what I would have for breakfast, which is expensive. If any of you like Starbucks, it's expensive, right? So when I decided to do this 1-week group, I said I'm going to cut out Starbucks for this week, and I'm going to drink Shakeology for the 1-week group, and I'll see how I feel. I thought that was impossible, but I made it through the week, and I thought, oh my gosh, this yummy chocolatey shake could maybe replace the Starbucks habit. And after that week of drinking it every day, I noticed an improvement in my digestive system. And I was drinking the vegan. And so after that 1 week, I had already noticed a difference in just how I was feeling and kind of the amount of money I was spending on stopping for Starbucks. Anytime that I was at a Starbucks or a Target, that was my treat. Oftentimes I would get some piece of pastry or coffee cake or something with it, which made it even more expensive. And then my little kids always wanted a cake pop. So it was expensive for me stopping at Starbucks all the time. When I was running and really busy with them, a lot of times I would hit drive-thrus at, you know, McDonald's or Wendy's, and I would get a grilled chicken sandwich or a salad or something like that, but that's still really expensive to do that, just because my life was so busy and I needed fast food. So when I started drinking Shakeology, one, I was just looking for more protein. I was looking for a vegan protein, and I was looking for some healthy fast food. And after that first week, I noticed a difference in my digestive system, and I'd given up the coffee for a week. So I thought, let me try this for a month and see how I feel. And after that first month, I noticed a big improvement in my digestive system. I wasn't getting gas. I wasn't having issues with constipation or diarrhea or bloating as much. And I just thought that that was part of normal life. You had those issues. But I noticed a big improvement in my gut. And that also happened to fall over Christmas break time. And my husband and my daughter got super sick, really, really sick with flu and pneumonia. And I got sick a little bit with a cold, but I fought it off. And for the first winter, I wasn't sick the whole time because my kids were always bringing stuff home from preschool and kindergarten, all of that. I noticed an improvement in my immune system. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to keep going with this because it's really quick and easy to make. It tastes good. It's vegan protein. And it's making my gut better and my immune system better. So I'm going to keep going with this. And now it's been 2.5 years of drinking this every day. And I am a Shakeology lover for life because it has improved my health so much. And I've seen it improve the health of family and friends and clients over the past 2 years. So this is amazing. And that's why I wanted to run this group with my friends, because it's not just a protein shake like so many people think. It can really impact your health in such a positive way. And I just can't imagine not sharing it with everybody that I know, because I have such a passion in my heart to help people with their health and to help improve their health in natural ways. And that's why I love it so much. So big things for me why I drink it. Number one, it is quick and easy. Okay, I know a bunch of you are moms in the group. It is quick and easy. I can whip it up in 5 minutes in my kitchen, take my cup with me when I'm running out the door with kids, and I don't stop at Starbucks anymore, which is amazing. Okay, On nights, like last night, all three of my kids were in swim lessons. All three of them are in school now. My youngest is in kindergarten. So when they get off the bus, it is insane, stressful time till 9 or 9:30 of getting homework done for all three of them, practicing reading with all of them, trying to make a healthy dinner, getting out the door to swim class, doing showers, all of that. And last night, I made them a quick dinner and I just whipped up another shake. I had one for breakfast, but I just whipped up another shake. I started drinking it as I was getting the swim stuff ready, and then I took it with me to the Y. So instead of hitting drive-through, or instead of my husband hitting drive-through on his way home from the office, we'll whip up a shake and take it with us. So some days I do 2 shakes because it's my healthy fast food, okay? We all need healthy fast food. We all need fast food, okay? And that's where I think Shakeology can be a really great solution for us busy moms, is you don't feel guilty. It's giving you a huge dose of nutrients, but it's so quick and easy, and it tastes good. So that's one of my key points to stress to you. If you get through this week and you don't love it, if there's something off with the consistency, if there's something off with the flavor, you need to tweak the recipe, and your coach would be happy to help. It took me some time to get it down on, I was making it with almond milk, and I was making it with all these things, and it was really thick, and I just didn't like how it tasted. Now I've worked over some time to get it down. It is my healthy treat of the day. I look forward to it. I love it. There's so many times that, I was out this weekend doing stuff, and I told my husband, gosh, I wish they had a Shakeology bar. Everywhere you went, we were at a basketball game. I'm like, there's nothing I can get from the concession stand. I wish I could just order Shakeology. So it's great, quick, healthy fast food. Tastes amazing when you get your recipe or your kind of consistency down. I really look forward to it. I'm a chocolate lover. That's my weakness for sure. So having a good chocolatey fix every day, a healthy chocolatey fix, has been a really great solution for me to stay on track with my eating. Plus, you can use it to make different treats and stuff, which is kind of cool. So that's my experience with it. I think I might be a little bit different than Tiffany and Erin because I only drink the vegan flavors. So I stick with chocolate and strawberry because the vegan protein just works better for my body. I have a sensitivity to dairy. So both those flavors are amazing. So that's why I'm not chiming in on the other recipes, because I personally don't drink it. But my husband does every day. Okay? So that's my story. And once I saw that it was working so well for me, then I started sharing. So I just wanted to touch on a couple key points of my story. My husband has always struggled, or I shouldn't say has always struggled, he struggled with his weight since we've been married. High stress job, working long hours, we had a really hard time having babies. We've just had a lot of stress, very high stress for probably the past 10 years, and that really has impacted his weight, and he struggled with it. So a couple years ago, once I was introduced to Shakeology, I had told him that, I want you to start drinking this for breakfast. He wasn't a breakfast eater. He would grab a cup of coffee and head out the door. So since then, I think he lost 30 pounds just doing that. Drinking Shakeology for breakfast, it would get his metabolism going, so it's a really great solution if you're not a big breakfast person. It's been really great for him to lose weight and maintain his weight because it's a low-calorie meal, but it's filling. It's quick, that he can make and take. He's not the cook in the family, so he can mix up a shake and take it with him in the car on the way to work. So it's been a really great solution for him for weight loss. He also has dramatically improved his cholesterol. His blood pressure has gone down. A bunch of other things on his yearly checkup. His blood work, for the first time in several years, was back down in normal ranges. I've seen that for my parents. It helped both of my parents with cholesterol. Helped my mom lose, I think she's lost 30 pounds or something, which is awesome. So definitely weight loss has been a big thing for weight loss in my husband, my parents, and then a bunch of friends and family and clients. Definitely weight loss is a huge one because it gives your body the nutrients you need, so you stop overeating and you stop craving the junk so much because you're getting good nutrition in a low-calorie package. So it's really helpful when you're cutting calories and trying to lose weight. And I've seen a lot of the improvement, like I said, in cholesterol and blood sugar. I've had some clients with blood sugar issues that has helped improve their blood sugar and make it more stable. So a lot of health improvements with that. And then another kind of unique thing about my story is I started drinking this about 2.5 years ago, and then I became a coach because I love the fitness programs and I love Shakeology and I love helping people, and just wanted to start inspiring some of the people in my life to make some healthier changes. And shortly after I became a coach, my dad slipped and fell on ice and fractured his spine, and in the process of getting all of that figured out, we found out that he had stage 4 cancer that had spread throughout his body. So he was in really bad shape. And it took a while to get the surgery for his back and to get his mobility back, and he's been doing cancer treatment ever since. So for the past 2 years he's been doing cancer treatment. But for the first probably 6 or 9 months he was in really, really bad shape, and I was helping take care of him. And that's when I introduced them. I told my parents, you have to start drinking Shakeology to start getting some good nutrition. And there was a lot of days where that was the only thing that he was having to eat. He couldn't get out of bed. He was really, really sick. And I would go over and I would make him a shake. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I wasn't expecting to get emotional. But I knew he was getting at least some good nutrition every day. And he has fought really hard. And although his cancer isn't better, he's up and he's mobile. And he's doing so much better. And I'm just thankful that somebody shared Shakeology with me so that I could help improve their health during such a difficult time in their lives. There's a lot of cancer fighting ingredients in Shakeology, and I'm really passionate about trying to help people prevent cancer and treat cancer naturally. That's one of the reasons I'm so passionate about being a coach, and I really apologize for being emotional because I know it's awful, and Jen's on here and she's probably cringing that I'm getting emotional and crying. But it just shows I have the heart. That's why I'm here. I'm not here to sell a shake or to sell a DVD with a workout on it. I really want to help people improve their health so they're not in the position that I'm in dealing with cancer with my parents. But it's been a really great solution for them. There's been a lot of days where my mom was taking care of my dad and the only thing she could whip together was a shake for dinner because life was just crazy. So it's been a really good solution for them. And improving their health during such a difficult time when, you know, he just didn't have the appetite for anything else. So that's been really great. Like I said, really great for weight loss. And yeah, that's my story. Like I said, I apologize for getting emotional. I'm going to hop off the group now because I know this is getting really long. But that's my story. I love it. I drink it every day, and I really hope that this group is beneficial for you and you see the benefits of how putting the right fuel in your body can help improve how you look, how you feel, and your confidence, and just your overall health and happiness. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.